Hello, Teresa McGallicher from the Miracles Tribe. Hope you're having a great day. I felt inspired to come on here and do a little bit of Wednesday wisdom drop for you. And I'll be showing up here every Wednesday with some commentary on A Course in Miracles and or Law of Attraction, because that is what our group is about. Carly Judd Hardy, my partner, and I created this Miracles Attraction community to combine these two incredibly powerful, spiritual, universal concepts and make them work with each other. Might sound a little crazy, might seem a little controversial. I know that a lot of hardline, hardcore students of A Course in Miracles say that manifesting is bad or wrong or crazy, and that's not what the Course is about. And I can agree with that, coming from a certain perspective. So it all depends on what your background is, what your perspective is, and what viewpoint you're watching from. You've got to put spirit first. You've got to put your connection with Source first before anything can shift or change in your life. And that is a fact. Or at least that has been my experience. That was my experience with 12-step work, of coming to terms with the fact that my life had become unmanageable. I wasn't able to do anything from an egoic sense of who I was, and that I needed to hand over or surrender control to a higher power, and then everything started to shift and change for the better. That also has been my experience with my practice of A Course in Miracles. It wasn't until after 20 some years of reading the text on and off and going to study groups here and there that I made my connection with Source my number one priority, that everything shifted for me. That's when everything changed. Connection with your Source, with your higher power, with spirit is your number one priority. It opens a gate, it opens a kind of a floodgate for all kinds of miracles and fantastic experiences to come to you. Now, the law of attraction is one of the universal laws that govern the universe, and it works, but it doesn't work when you have blockages. So A Course in Miracles is a program that undoes the blockages so that the law of attraction works. Some people who don't have a lot of strong religious upbringing or religious ideas from their childhood, a lot of misconstrued ideas, a lot of dogma, a lot of fear, can jump straight to the law of attraction and make it work for them, because they're not held back by these fearful ideas of that there's a punishing God, or that they are going to have to pay in some way for following their heart's desires. But for many of us, especially raised here in the United States, where religion, Christianity sort of permeates everything, we have been exposed to ideas that don't serve us, and we have to undo those ideas, shift our thoughts around, get our minds aligned with spirit before we get to that law of attraction level. So I just wanted to share with you what my experience has been with this. I tried to do the law of attraction many times years ago, but I didn't have good results, or I had inconsistent results. And why? Because I was coming from a place of ego, which means I was coming from a place of lack. So my thinking process was, I don't have this thing that I want, a relationship or money or health or whatever it was, and I am going to try to attract it into my experience. So the very premise there at the beginning is I am lacking. It's scarcity thinking. It's coming from the place of the ego, which believes or has us convinced that there's something wrong with us that needs to be fixed. And when you're coming from that place, you have no power to attract anything. It's just, there's a lot of effort, and there's a lot of wishing, and there's a lot of hoping, and there's no results. So what I found was, by practicing A Course in Miracles, my thinking got rearranged. My mind shifted from this egoic thinking of focus on lack, that there's something wrong with me that needs to be fixed, that there's something that needs to be changed so that life can be better, shifted from that egoic mindset to right-mindedness. And right-mindedness is the mindset of the Holy Spirit, which tells you that you're innocent, that you're perfect, that you're whole, that you are as God created you. There is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing that needs to be fixed when you know who you are. Now, obviously, there are lots of bodies, there are lots of people running around in this world that are doing things that aren't nice, that are hurting other people, that are being unkind or doing things that are unloving. And those are egos. And if you believe that you're a body and that you're a personality and that is all there is to you, you cannot help but come from an egoic place. That's all you know. So the way that A Course in Miracles works is it expands your consciousness so that you can come to see that there's so much more to you, that you're not this body. That's not your true identity. That's not all there is to you. You're not just a personality. You are spirit. That is your true identity. And that spirit is being manifested through this physical form. God is manifesting, the Son of God is manifesting through all of us in physical form. When your identity understanding shifts from that identity of I'm just a body, I'm just a personality, I'm just an ego who can't get much done without a whole lot of effort, over to I am divinely supported, I am spirit, I am energy, there is energy, divine energy flowing through me all the time, all day long, all day, every day. It expands your consciousness so that you are suddenly able to see things that you never saw before. You're able to see opportunities that you never noticed before. You're able to see things in a completely different light. So things before that seemed like problems now suddenly just seem like challenges or opportunities or a doorway to something bigger and better. Your entire focus and your entire way that you perceive things shifts. So when that has happened, when you have let go of the judgment that this is bad, this is wrong, I don't like this, I want things to be my way, and you have shifted over to this mindset of it's all good, I am divinely supported, God wants the best for me, God's will for me is perfect happiness, and then you are able to have a whole different mindset about the way that you approach life. That is when there is an opening to attract in the way that the law of attraction describes. But it involves knowing that you are already abundant. You are already perfect. You are already whole. You already have everything that you need. It's all there for you. And the only reason that you don't know that or you can't see that is because of these blockages to love's awareness that the Course talks about. So, step one, you have to be willing to see things differently. Step two, you got to ask for help to see things differently. You got to realize that you can't do it all by yourself, that there is a higher power that can help you, and be willing to accept that help. And then step three, you got to understand that what you think you want may not be what's best for you. But that doesn't mean that the universe isn't supporting you and that God doesn't want you to be happy and God doesn't want you to have everything, because you are his beloved son or daughter, right? So you may think you want something because you think that thing is going to make you happy, and that is putting the cart before the horse. You decide to be happy first, no matter what shows up, and then that thing shows up. That's how it works. So you don't believe it when you see it. You see it when you believe it. So my experience with A Course in Miracles was all I want to know is God. All I want to know is the truth. All I want to know is what is going on here, what is really happening, what is the purpose of life, why are we here, these kind of existential questions. And then what I found out was I have given everything I see all the meaning that it has for me, and I get to choose. I get to choose what I want to give to things. So once I was free from the burden of thinking that things were wrong, things had to be a certain way, life was hard, life was a struggle, and let go of all of those blockages and judgments, and life started to become fun and easy and flowy, then I could say, well, what do I want to create now? What meaning do I want to give to my life? I want to be of service. I want to be happy. I want to have fun. I want to have good relationships. I want to do all the things that make experience in this 3D world meaningful. I'm not just going to sit on like a bump on a log for the rest of my life meditating. What good is that? So we are in the world, Jesus says, but not of the world. We're not of the world. We're not just physical bodies and just personalities, but we are experiencing life as though we are in this world of form, of physical form. And that is the difference between having a nightmare and having a happy dream. So there's two ways you can go about it. One, you can just accept everything that comes along joyfully, and miracles happen that way when you come from that energy. But also, you can choose. You can decide, this is how I want to spend my one beautiful, precious life that I have. This is what I want to do with it. And everybody has different interests. Everybody has different desires. We're each unique. And it's supposed to be that way. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it interesting. All the diversity, all the variety. So something that you want to do may not be something somebody else wants to do. And you get to choose, and you get to attract that into your life. And there's nothing wrong with that. Your desires are God's desires coming through you. I don't know if I'm making myself clear. I really wanted to make this one point clear. If your desires, if what you desire is coming from a place of, I'm already happy, and wouldn't this be fun? That is a divine desire. If your desire is coming from a place of, if only I had that, I could feel happy, that is an egoic desire. So egoic desires make idols out of things with the belief that if I had a new car, if I had a new boyfriend, if I had a promotion, then I could be happy. And divine desires are, I wake up every morning, I'm grateful to be here, I'm grateful for my life, I'm grateful for my connection with my source. I decide I'm going to be happy no matter what happens today. And wouldn't it be nice to have a new car? So it's not an attachment, it's a preference. Whether you get it or not, you're still happy. And then you'll find that when you're coming from that kind of positive energy, things will start to magically unfold and miracles will start to happen in your life. So I'm really glad you guys joined me this afternoon. I'm Teresa McGallicher from the Miracles Attraction Community and the Miracles Tribe with my partner, Carly Judd Hardy, and I'll be here every Wednesday for some more spiritual wisdom. If you have any questions you'd like me to answer, or if you're confused about anything that I said today, drop me a line, leave me a comment, and say hi. Have a great evening.